What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Finsta, Friendster, SoundCloud, SoundClick, Queers, Hopkins, and all points, bullying. I want to talk about bullying because it's very real. And a young boy named Lamar Hopkins III, who was, his family was living in New York, now they live in Florida, just lost a child, and his story is basically they were picking on him because he was little, and his growth was stunted because he had healthcare problems. And what's really a shame is the family, husband and wife. Well, for one, how Lamar Hopkins III lost his life is because he committed suicide. And he shot himself with his father's gun. His father's gun was stored completely in compliance with the law, so it wasn't his father's fault. The kid found the gun. The kid was 14 years old. And we know 14-year-old kids are very intelligent. They know how to find things, you know. And so he found the gun, went to school. His parents had no idea he was prepared to take his life. And he went into the bathroom and killed himself. And they were looking for him all day. And then they found him at 11 o'clock at night in the bathroom. So I guess they were looking for him after school. And then they found him in the bathroom, dead. So, but I want to talk about bullying because I grew up in the hood, like a lot of people have. These people, this wasn't a hood story. These people are suburbanites, what it looks like. And it doesn't matter. Bullying is everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. People bully you because they do it because it makes them feel powerful. I'm not sure of the full story of Lamar Hopkins, this middle school child, Lamar, shoot, forgot his name. But I'm not sure of the full story of how Lamar died. But, yeah, they're just going to talk about it right there. But what I am sure of is people people will do what they can to you. They'll bully you simply because they think they can bully you. Because you're small, because you're dark skinned, because you're light skinned, because just because. This is what stupid people do, and they do it, and it's like, what are you going to do about it? His name was Lamar Hopkins, not Hopkins. Lamar Hopkins III. And people are stupid, you know, but I'm telling you, kids, sometimes kids don't realize what they're doing. Grown-ups, when they're bullying you, they know exactly what they're doing. Sometimes kids tease and they don't realize that, you know, they're really hurting you. And then some of them actually realize that they're really hurting you, like that's their point. But when you get 14, 15, you're well aware that you're bullying this child. But you might, but a lot of those kids are not well aware that that child is going to kill themselves. As a matter of fact, I've been bullied plenty when I was younger because look at me, I'm dark skinned, and I'm 46. So I grew up, you know, in like I graduated in '87. So that, you know, it was terrible to be dark skinned back then. Like dark skin is a thing now. But it was horrible to be a dark-skinned person. You got no love. There's Blackie, Kit, just horrible names coming from people who were as black as you. But they needed to take that and pour it on somebody else. Like, oh, but I'm not as black as he is. Like, you know what I mean? You know, but and those are, it just hurt because it was. Like, why? Like, why are you calling me names and we're all black people? But, you know, with kids, they need that outlet. You know, when somebody's picking on them, they're just going to pick on somebody else. Or they want to feel powerful, so they just, you know, picking on somebody. And me and, you know, my brothers, we were victims of bullying, and it came down to fights. We fought a lot. You know, especially my younger brother, you know, he got jumped on a lot. And that dude, I'd be like, yo, let's go get these dudes. He'd be like, nah, I'll take care of it. So he fought every day. And, you know, and I had to get into my own scraps where You know, sometimes I was bullied to where I didn't want to go outside. And my mom was like, what's wrong? And I was like, yo, this is what's going on. And, you know, we had to confront that. And eventually it just came down. You know, it came down to me like, you know what? I ain't running no more. It's either them or me. So I'm going to go get me a big, we ain't wield guns and knives back then. We wielded sticks. We went got sticks and bats, and some people had knives. It's not true. Some people did get cut, and some people died. But, you know, I said, I'm just going to get me a big stick and start swinging on fools. You know what I mean? Because it was just unnecessary, and you just get older, and it's like, I'm tired of running, you know? So bullying is very real. Some people can't take it. And they're not supposed to. It's not supposed to happen, but it happens all the time. I'm sorry that little boy took his life. I wish he could have talked to his dad. I mean, but he didn't say, they had no idea. I wish he could have said something, because when I got bullied, I went to my older sister. I went to my older brother. I went to my mom's, and my older sister was like, who's doing what? She was on it. She was like she confronted the dude, like, what's cracking? Like, leave him alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. My mom's went out in the snow, like, confronting dudes 6 feet, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish she could have went to his family and let them handle it. Went to the other little boys and girls' family like, yo, this is what's going on, and let's squash the whole thing, you know, and that kid would be alive today. But it's not like I'm not blaming nothing on him. I'm blaming the bullying itself. And like I said, them kids did not know he was going to take his life. But it's for some dumb reason, it's just what kids do. The bullying's not going to stop. Kids are going to keep doing it because they can. And it's a shame. But that's what happens. What we need to do is let the kids who are being bullied know, like, you have help. You're not alone. You're not. There are organizations out there. There are people like me who you can contact online. And I'm just a dude. But I'll make some phone calls for you. I don't care if those people be like, well, who are you? I'll be like, I'm a dude speaking up for somebody being bullied. That's who I am. You know, now we can squash this whole thing, or we can get the cops involved. So you know what you want to do. Like, you know how cops are today. They ain't taking shorts from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to chill out, or you're going to have a pace at your door. Get your kid together, your little boy, your little girl, whoever, and let's let these kids go to school in peace, like it's supposed to be. I'll make a call. I'll show up if it's close enough. I'll be like, I'll show up. And I ain't on no showing up to cause no rah-rah. I'm showing up to be like, yo, this is what's popping. This young man, this young lady told me this is what's going on. And this is your child. Your child is going through this, but they couldn't talk to you. So they talked to some dude online and found me. And, you know, I mean, I can't talk to children, but I'm on YouTube. I'm not advocating me talking to children. I'm advocating an outreach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got nieces and nephews your age. Like, you want to talk to some kids? Shoot, you can find them online. You can Instagram them. You can chat with them, and they could, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone. My whole point is you're not alone. Like, I don't advocate kids calling me. I advocate, like, you just not being alone. You need somebody to talk to. You know, we could set up a group. We could set up an online group, an anonymous group, where you can get in there and talk to other children, and you got and it'll be a direct link to the police. Like we can have a police, like a data link to the police where they can monitor that chat room 24/7 and they can see what's going on and they can take action. They can just automatically see what city, what state is popping in, call the authorities in whatever city, state that is in, and just pop, boom, bam, be at the door. This is what's going on. This is what needs to stop. That's what I'm saying. We can figure out a way to squash this, to minimize the damage before it gets to kids killing themselves, because this is ongoing, it's reoccurring, and it's becoming more and more prevalent in our lives, and it's a damn shame. And that's what I'm saying. Like this, we need to let these kids know, if you can't talk to your parents, you can talk to somebody your age, and you can go online, you can make a phone call, you can make an anonymous phone call. It'll go to these particular authorities, and you don't even have to talk to the authority. You can just leave a message, and the authorities can listen to it and take action. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And that's the way it should be. And I don't know if this is already set up, but if it isn't, somebody needs to get on this. And it needs to be in every social worker's Rolodex, and information readily available and absolutely free to every school. They should have a meeting at the beginning of the school and during the middle of school, and then every semester, whatever, and say, this is an agency or whatever, however you want to set it up, and this is where you can go if you're being bullied, if you're afraid to talk to your parents, whoever is in the house that you might feel that you're, because it's embarrassing. You know, you're a young boy, you supposed to be, you know, but you might, your dad, he might be that dude, like, you ain't gonna come to me and be no punk, you know. You'd be like, man, come on, like, there's 5 of them. You know what I mean? There's 5 of them. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And you got to go get a gun. No, you ain't got to go get a gun. You make that phone call, you know what I'm saying? You got the boys showing up. You got the police actually doing their job, showing up. Like, what's cracking? Leave them alone, or it's going down bad for somebody. Juvie up in this piece. And if your parents want to get loud, well, we can get with them too. Know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. They need to cut this out. And it should be worldwide, not just in America, because it's happening all over. You need more caseworkers. Go to Obama and say, we need money for more caseworkers. Doggone it, this needs to be prevalent in the schools. It needs to be visible, tangible in the schools, and it needs to be loud. Like right now. Like, say something to somebody you ain't got no business saying. Wish you would. Crack you in the head with this social worker, like, boom, social worker at your door. What's cracking? What? I bet you better not say nothing else to her. All this fighting and whatnot y'all got going on. Just Sharkeisha and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get indicted on that. Mess up your whole life with them early. I'm telling you, you don't want that problem. Then you finally grow up and settle down trying to get a job and see what happened. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of seeing it. It's your boy Tone 202.